How can we get the Villager Recruits mod for Minecraft? This mod is available for version 1. 20.1. To get it, as you can see here with the recruitment table, this recruit will follow us around and more. And as you might expect, there are many more tables and options available. Simply go to CurseForge in the Villagers Recruit section, find this mod and go to the Files tab. In the Software section, select Forge, choose version 1.20.1, click the 3 buttons, and then download. Save this file in Windows +R, app data, roaming/.minecraft, and then go to the mods folder. If that folder doesn't exist, right-click, select New and create a mods folder, okay? This is where you'll save the mod file. Just make sure to open Minecraft with Forge and you'll have it working. It's that simple. How can we recruit with village recruits in Minecraft? It's actually quite simple. There are 3 sources, okay? The first one is recruitment tables. As you can see, there are many tables like Recruits Table, Bowman's Table, Recruit Shieldman's Table, and others, okay? There are all kinds of tables where we can buy villagers and that we'll also find placed in villages. For example, here I've spawned a village with the mod itself. And theoretically, there should be villagers, except it's night. There should be villagers with these types of tables. Let's see if I can find one. And look, here's one, okay? Shieldman, which we can hire, as you can see, and so on, okay? This is achieved with the recruitment tables. Patrols and caravans will also appear near the player. We can hire these units directly, or when golems spawn. Recruits can spawn instead, like this one, which is what happened in this village. But we also need to be careful, because if we approach these guards and they have donkeys or some kind of loot, if we attack them, they'll attack us back, okay? You have to be very careful. How can we use the tables? And which villagers should we buy them from in the Minecraft mod with Village Recruit? Well, basically, first you need to level up merchants to level 2, so they offer workstation. Basically, the weaponsmith, which you get with the smithing table, will give us the table for recruits, okay? These are the ones with swords, but no shields, while the armor smith uses the smithing table too. They'll give us the table for shellmen. Fletchers will give us tables for bowmen and crossbowmen, and butchers will give us a table for horsemen. And finally, cartographers will give us a table for nomads, okay? That's this table here. We just place a table, wait for villagers to transform, then we can remove it and place the next one, okay? Look, we'd need the stonecutter to make a weapon, smith, the fletcher, well, the Fletcher table itself, without any problem. So you can see it. Let's spawn a villager here and see if he takes the job. There he is. I was wrong. The mason doesn't take the job. Wait, it's with the blast furnace that I made a mistake. Oh man, there it is. This is for armor. There we have it, and there we have it. You need to understand that the probability isn't 100%. For example, this one didn't give it to me, okay? But, for example, the Fletcher did give me the crossbowman tables, okay? So understand that the probabilities aren't 100%, we might need several villagers, but it always appears at level 2. Alright, how can we hire them, and how much does it cost? It's just to hire, simply right click, and you can see the price when you open it. There we see the hiring interface, which shows us health level, experience, deaths, morale, maximum health, attack speed, and armor. And we can recruit for anywhere from 4 to 50 emeralds, more or less. And that's it. We just click hire, and then we can right click to change whatever we want. Like, for example, I want you to go to the surroundings, I want you to follow me, or I want you to hold your position, okay? So I should mention they don't seem to teleport, they just follow me and that's it. I don't know to what extent indefinitely, but we're several chunks away now. Let's see if he follows me, and there he is, but okay, he follows on horseback, so they're going to keep following us. And also keep in mind that the price increases with experience and stats that the character may have, okay? Alright, how can we equip or interact with a villager's own inventory? Well, we just crouch down and right click, and as you can see, we have a bunch of options available. For example, marking it as passive, neutral, or aggressive, which means it will attack everyone. Also raid mode, where the recruit approaches and attacks everything that's alive. Clean targets, which means setting a specific target for them to attack. And mounts, okay? Which means, if possible, this unit will mount the nearest creature available, okay? So I set it to aggressive and it's gone off somewhere. Oh look, it's there. It probably went after a rabbit or something like that. That's why I recommend setting it to I follow you or hold position, because otherwise they'll wander off, okay? We can also set it as ranged and assign different roles so that when there are many creatures, it interacts in different ways, okay? And basically, here we have the inventory. We can activate or equip armor. Let's take netherite armor, for example, and there we have it, okay? Also on another part, on another side of, they have the food section, hunger 41, as you can see. And theoretically, they can eat any food. There it is, you give it hunger, okay? That's when it starts eating. As you can see, it regenerates without any problems, and so on. I should mention they can use almost any weapon or equipment from the ground. As you can see, this creature has a bow, but if given something else, it would use that instead. The good thing is they have infinite arrows, so they don't depend on arrows we give them. Importantly, they can't eat pufferfish, spider eyes, pot, poisonous potatoes, and mod foods, okay? So for self-resupply, we can simply point them to a chest or barrel with food, and that's it. Alright, let's talk about the types of unit. The villagers recruits add 6 types, okay? First of all, the horseman, which we have here, this one right here. Let's tell him to follow me. It's this one here, okay? So the horseman basically has a sword and mounted shield. They're fast and powerful if they stay mounted, okay? That is, if their mount isn't weakened. We also have the nomad, okay? As we can see, they use bows on horseback, harass from a distance, and move very quickly. And without a horse, they basically function as archers. Then we have the bowman and crossbowman. Here's a crossbowman, for example, and there's a bowman. Basically, they attack at range and are devastating in groups if you're within their reach. Plus, they have unlimited arrows. Then we have the shieldmen, who advance slowly with shields raised and form defensive lines, also carrying swords. And finally, we have the recruit, which is the most basic. They're simply on foot, with a sword, no shield, and are basic and cheap, okay? So that's how it works. Simple as that. Today I'll show how we can form groups and give basic orders in Minecraft with villager recruit. We need to press R to open the group menu in Minecraft with villager recruits, okay? By default, as you can see, we have different formation circles here. We have infantry, ranged, and cavalry. We select groups in the top left corner and issue orders by group, okay? For example, we want the infantry to move forward, right? Or follow me. So all the ranged and cavalry units that have... There they are. They're following me now. Or if we want them to go backward, they'll go backward, okay? They'll stop following me. See that? We want them to follow me, follow me. Now we want the cavalry to follow me too. So now we click follow me, and theoretically, well, I already have all the cavalry here. I'm not sure if I have more recruit. Ranged, infantry, we can add more groups, okay? In groups, and when we right click on one of these creatures, we can add it to a group, okay? A assigned to a group, fade, okay? So we create the group from here, add, okay? Let's select it, and now, for example, if I add it to this group, oh, it won't let me for some reason. There it goes. And that's it. It's that simple, okay? There are also movement commands, combat commands, okay? So they follow orders, and other types of commands, okay? You know, return to mount and so on, okay? This way we can control all the villagers more efficiently and with fewer problems. Alright, how can we progress and promote in Minecraft with villager recruits? The recruits level up with each kill they make. They need 250 experience points. As you can see, they have 0 here and can level up to 20 by default. When they level up, they basically gain more health and damage. For example, this normal recruit should have some experience because he's already killed a few enemies. Let me see if I can interact with him. There he is. We can see he has 103 experience points, okay? Basically, as they level up, they increase in health and size, and with enough levels, promotion to companions becomes available. Here in promotion it says, promotion available from level 3. Promotions include messenger, who carries items or messages to the player and returns. You have the commander, who leads patrols that work by land coordinate, and the captain, who leads water patrols using small boats or just swimming. So it's also a more interesting way to promote villagers. It's a bit like the Sparta game. I don't know if anyone's played it, but it reminds me of that. How can we create teams and troops in Minecraft with villager recruits? To create teams, we basically press U, okay? And here we can basically create a faction, right? We need a banner with a design. Let's grab a banner. Okay, red works for me, doesn't matter. Let's create it, okay? We put the red banner there. Here we can assign the faction color if we want, the unit color red, for example, okay? The number of players that can be in the faction, and it costs 10 emeralds, okay? Important, you need to add a name, like yeah, and place the banner to create the faction. No, it won't let me create the faction for some reason. Maybe it didn't like the banner. I don't know if the banner needs a name too, which I doubt. But anyway, theoretically, this is how it's done. If anyone knows why it's not working, I'd appreciate if you could tell me. Maybe I don't have the OT. I don't understand why it's not working, but theoretically, this is how it's done, okay? I don't know if I don't have it enabled in the server settings, or maybe that's it, huh? Let's see, careful. It would be a bit strange, but no, that's not it. But basically, that's the interface to create a faction, so that's it. I think it must be a version bug, but if I've done something wrong, please correct me.